Hi students, welcome to our second lab session. Today I am going to show you an equipment where you are going to conduct a residence time distribution experiment in a continuous stirred tank reactor. Today also we will take the help of Prashant ji to show you various components of the equipment. In the later video we can show you how the experiment can be performed. Please wait for my next set of video. Hi students, this is our continuous stirred tank reactor where we are going to conduct the RTD experiments. The setup consists of one feed tank through which water is fed to the reactor. As you can see the feed tank at the top. So water is filled in the feed tank through the reservoir tank which is at the bottom. From here the line goes to the feed tank. Second thing is the flow rate of the water to the reactor can be adjusted through the rotameter, where you can figure out what flow rate you can work with by rotating the needle valve at the bottom. Now this is the power supply for the stirrer to a CSTR. As you can see, the speed of a stirrer can be rotated through this knob. And you can see this is the CSTR. And what you are seeing is an adjustable volume CSTR. See, all the three ball valves are closed. If whichever volume you are interested in to work, that particular valve will be open, rest two will be closed. For example, I have to work with the second valve, that means that is the level of the CSTR we have. So accordingly that this particular volume will be considered in our calculations. And the reactor, because this is a RTD experiment, we are going to put HCl into the system. Before you put a tracer which is HCl into the system, make sure the reactor is at a steady state. That means whatever the LPH you are set in the rotameter, it takes time to get for the reactor to reach the steady state. So once the reactor reaches the steady state, you have to put in the tracer using funnel. Roughly 5 to 10 ml can be put inside. Reactor, once you kept the tracer inside, you have to collect the tracer into a test tube and you pour it into the measuring cylinder to find out how much amount of sample you have taken. Once, because you have used the tracer as HCl, you have to titrate against NaOH. Use a phenolphthalein indicator and titrate against the tracer, titrate against our sample. Like that, you have to collect the samples every 30 seconds, titrate against your NaOH and find out the concentration of the tracer with the time. Dear students, once the experiment is done, it is important to do the closing procedure. First thing you have to do is empty the reactor. So there will be provided with the drain valve. You have to open the drain valve so that you can, whatever the contents in the reactor will be drained. In the second step, you have to empty the feed tank. There will be drain tank which is connected to the feed tank. So once you open the valve, so all the feed will be coming to the reservoir tank or a feed tank. This is reservoir tank. So you empty the contents container. There is a drain valve provided for the reservoir tank as well. Open the reservoir tank and empty the contents. So this ends the experiment. Thank you very much.